What's up, guys, and welcome. Today we're going to be painting Pyramid Head. In the last few years, I've become a huge fan of painting miniatures. It's become like a very good pastime of mine. And today I thought I'd share with you a new project I did. We're going to be painting a miniature of Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2, one of my favorite games of all time, one of my favorite characters, and I'm absolutely stoked. So let's just jump right in. First and foremost, we're going to have to prime that bad boy. So let's do it.
What's a breakout? I can see feathers. What's a zip down the rocks? I'm trying to see extras. Pour that shit in one pop. I don't even measure. Get a pen and pad.
Now that our little fella is primed and ready, it's time to get the paint job started. I have a few ideas for it right now, but I'm just going to honestly wing it. Mainly, I'm worried about the helmet because I've never tried to paint rust before. But we're just going to give it a go. I'll also be showing some of the paint that I use on screen. They may be subject to change. Alright, so starting out here, I just wanted to take a look at this miniature again before I started. It's honestly really well made, and I absolutely loved it. It looked great. I do wish it was a slightly larger scale, but I'm honestly not complaining. So you can see I start with the copper color because I wanted to get like a metallic base in. Because again, I've never painted rust before, so I was really winging it here. It was just seeing where it really took me. I normally don't recommend like these normal acrylic paints, besides these metallic ones, because I think they cover a lot better than the regular ones. I've switched almost exclusively over to Citadel now. But sometimes these cover really well, the metallic ones. So you can see I started with the bronze as well on here. Just kind of doing a little bit of highlight and coverage on here. And it turned out a lot better than I thought. I switched over to the rose gold now on top, which, again, I was just winging it. I don't think you'll ever see this color come up, but I was just kind of going with the flow, seeing what felt right as I went with it. And then, obviously, I switched over to the red Citadel paint, just to give it that rustic red hue as a base color. And this Citadel paint covers so well. You'll see me when I dab in there that I'm only just taking a tiny bit because it goes so far. Like, it stretches out so much. I absolutely love it. Finish up that red coat, and then I went back over after I did the red coat with some of the other colors we were just using, like the bronze and the copper, just to add in more of a metallic look to it, which ended up working out really well. And then at the end here, I didn't get a chance to show it, but I actually took a regular acrylic paint, burnt umber, just to kind of dirty up the actual helmet itself, which honestly in the end really sold the rust look with the red and metallics, and I was really shocked when I did this. And it looked really, really good. After getting the helmet done, I was actually very satisfied with it. It was the first time I tried rust, and I think it actually looked really good. The next challenge to tackle was actually the cloth and skin, which turns out I was way more worried about. I'd never gotten like a proper flesh tone made before, and so I tried out some new mixtures with Citadel and another paint brand I have, and it actually didn't turn out that bad. So now I get started on the cloth, which, like I said before, I was really worried about, and I started with the Corax white base, just to, whenever I went over with the stone color, the Carrick stone I believe it was, or Wraith stone, just to have like little highlights underneath in case I missed anything. Because what I like to do with these layers is kind of give like a natural highlight if possible. And sometimes it works out. And then here I switch over to the bone and wraith bone colors for the cloth. And these honestly looked perfect. This was exactly what I was looking for. It was a little bit glossy when I finished, but I did end up dirtying it a little bit with some Nuln oil. Which really, really sold the dirty cloth look for me. And then obviously I went in for the gloves. I tried to keep the gloves as clean as I could, because a lot of the times you see Pyramid Head in the game, he's very dirty, except for those gloves. His gloves are like pearly white, which I always thought was so funny. And then obviously I went for the boots, which was super easy. Went with the Abaddon Black, which was a great coat on it. Very nice color. Really good coverage on it too. Took another look here, and I was starting to really, I started to really envision how the end result was gonna look. And then it was time for the flesh tones, which I did the Wraithbone, and that flesh acrylic paint that you saw. But in the end, you'll see later, this came out a very pinkish hue. So I ended up switching to, it was either Wraithbone or Carrickstone. I keep mentioning Carrickstone, but I don't think we've seen it yet. But mixing those two together, very heavy amounts of each, gave this perfect flesh tone that I was looking for. And it just looks so much better than this kind of pink look that this initially had. And then obviously we had to get his sword. Did the I think it's Lead Belcher. Really good metallic color. It was honestly perfect. By the end of it, it had this nice little shine to it, like a blade. But it kept some of its dullness too, which I think worked out. You can see I also added some blood splatter here. I think it just added to the whole thing instead of making him just a pure normal paint job of him. I wanted to almost like create a scene along with it. And I think we kind of accomplished that. I did do a little bit of work off camera, and I do want to show the final results. I'll also get close-ups of this, so this isn't the only angle you're gonna see. But I'm really satisfied with this. I think it turned out way better than I thought it would. As you can see, I also off camera redid some of the skin tone, and I think it turned out a lot better. So the first time that I did this, I got a very like pinkish hue in it, and that was not at all what I wanted. I wanted something closer to mine from what I saw in the games. So I did a heavier mixture of the, I believe it's Carrickstone, and just the acrylic flesh paint. I did a heavier mixture of them, and I think it got a really nice tone to it. Added some extra blood, and a little bit of the earth shade on the bottom just to dirty up the floors. And I couldn't be happier with this. I think it turned out great. In a minute, I am going to do some close-up shots and get out of here. But I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next project.
Sharp like an edge of a samurai sword, the mental blade cut through flesh and bone. No, my mind at peace.